When the world feels dark, be a light. When you do somebody wrong, make it right. Don't hide in the dark, you were born.
Good morning, Amani. This is Marcy Mitchell, a practitioner here at the Amani Center. Today it is my great pleasure to lead you in our pre-service meditation. This is your time to be still and present and bring yourself to center for 10 minutes prior to the beginning of our Sunday experience. So find a place that is quiet, private, where you won't be disturbed, where you can be fully present and find your inner space. If you are in a seated position, place both of your feet flat on the floor, grounding into the earth. Sit straight with your spine erect but not uncomfortable. Allow your shoulders to fall down and back, and your head to be erect but comfortable. Allow your eyes to close and receive the gift of breath, breathing in deeply through your nose, allowing the clean cleansing air to fill your body, pausing at the top of the breath, and then releasing through an open mouth. Pausing again once your lungs have emptied, and then again receiving breath, your belly rising, clean, fresh air filling your body, clearing your mind, and allowing you to be here now. Release that breath again through an open mouth, and know that all is well. This is your time to set aside your to-do list, to set aside the monkey mind, or the mind that tries to figure out what's next or how to proceed. All of that can come later. Right now is your time to be. Picture a white light shooting down from the heavens above, right to the top of your head, to your crown chakra. And this bright, warm light begins to fill your entire body, illuminating from within, connecting you to your source. Marvel at the oneness. This is always the truth of you, but it is so good to take time to be in this truth, in this knowledge, and to celebrate our oneness. In this space of quiet and oneness, sit in the simple silence. Allow your mind to be calm and quiet. Enjoy your meditation. Now, gently returning to the room, beginning to wiggle your toes and your fingers, and return to the presence in your body. You can allow your eyes to open and take another deep cleansing breath. Be grateful to yourself for taking this time to go within and be present, and also for joining us today for the Amani Sunday experience. We will see you soon. Here live in person in our space. That feels wonderful. So if you would please stand to our live stream groups, where in your homes, in your yards, out on our patio, here in the sanctuary, stand. Let's sing together and raise vibration.
Colors of the rainbow, all the voices in the wind. I'm a dream that reaches out to find where love begins. Every word
full Ascension team here today. And it's so wonderful to see all of you here today. It's been a long time since we've had you all inside, and now it feels so good. So we have some folks out on the patio. We've got some speakers out there now. We've got a limited number inside with masks, and we're just so grateful to see you all. And so I'm going to ask a question I haven't been able to ask in a while. Is there anybody who's here for the first time? So I'm going to ask Kristen to hand you one of our little All About Amani brochures. And it's going to take her a minute to find them because we're a lot of practice, but she'll find it. She's got it. And we're just glad that you're here. We like to start our service by reading our vision statement, which we're going to bring up on the screen here. And if you're live streaming from home, Amani Center, we take it really to heart, and we have so many ways that we bring it into manifestation. We have classes, we have workshops, we have our Sunday experience every Sunday morning, we have meditation, and we have practitioners. And so you're going to have an opportunity to sign up for a lot of those classes and workshops. Another thing you can do is reach out to our Circle of Light. So please do reach out to this wonderful resource. That is why we're here, and we love to do it. Okay, and so now we're going to take a few minutes and go through our announcements. I'll tell you about some of those workshops and classes that we have going on. We'll start with our scheduled speakers. Every month, and she is a member of our ministerial council. Next week we have Mitch Austin, ministerial intern, also on the council and wonderful speaker. And then the 25th of this month will be our practitioner, Yuli Rodriguez, who will be coming to us virtually. She's a wonderful speaker, always a favorite. And we're bringing a special guest artist that week as well. That is Gary Lynn Floyd. And we have, yes, thank you, he's wonderful. We have a slide for him too, here he is. He has come and done a concert and sang and played at the Amani Center before. He is just a very talented, wonderful man, and he is very popular throughout the New Thought community, so we're very excited to bring him virtually. That Sunday and the last Sunday of the month for at least the next few months will be virtual. We're still figuring things out as we come back into the space. My intention is that we will play it live here on our big screen, so if you want to come and share that way, you can still do that. We won't be performing live in the space at that time, but we will set it aside already. And that's how we're bringing in some virtual artists and speakers. So more information as we get closer to that, but that's kind of what I'm intending right now. Okay, we have a wonderful concert coming up. Who misses live music? Anyone? Yes. So we have the wonderful Keep On Trucking Band that our amazing Sonia is a part of and is bringing to our parking lot and patio. And so they will be playing music from the events from 2 to 6. So they'll probably do a couple sets in there. You'll be able to dance. You'll be able to be outside and physically distance. It will be we should have some beautiful weather. We really worked on the patio over the last few weeks. Thank you so much to everyone who showed up yesterday.
to roll out the AstroTurf. Holy cow, what a thing that was. And thank you so much to Debbie DeMano. I know I saw her before. She might be sitting out there, who was just a pivotal force in bringing around about this new vision for the patio. Thank you, Debbie. The other things that we're doing at that event is an art show and a book swap. So if you have a book you want to, that you've already well used, you can bring it, switch it out for something else. It's just going to be a fun event outside. We are having our second annual Earth Day Qigong workout with Kelly Webb. So we'll be out live on our patio. You can show up at noon on Earth Day, which is April 22nd. We're also going to live stream it to Facebook. So you can bring it up on your phone if you're not local or you're not able to come, and just play along. It's really a lovely, gentle, balancing. I don't know if workout's the right word. Is that, what do you say, Kelly? It's not a, so don't worry about it being, it's appropriate for all levels. It's beautiful, and oh my gosh, you'll feel so good when we're done. So show up for that, or show up on Facebook Live and enjoy it. It's free. It's our gift to you. And then we have a great workshop coming on the 25th, so that is on Sunday at noon with our wonderful Mitch Austin. It is Taming Your Inner Critic, and he's done this workout before, workshop before, for that can be a workout, I guess, taming that critic, for us here at the Amani Center, and it was really popular. Mitch is so fun, and he does a great job, and so this is about kind of asking that little voice inside of you that keeps saying unkind things to take a seat and let you take the wheel. So if that sounds good to you, we're going to have, Mitch is going to be bringing some light hors d'oeuvres. You can bring wine or to share or for yourself, and there will be cider, and it will just be a wonderful event out on the patio. And we will be doing it via Zoom too. If there's anyone who's not in the area or who's just not ready to come out in person yet, we'd love for you to participate. So Kristen is dropping links for all of these right now, or no, she's not, but she might be able to. They might show up, but if not, I'll drop them today after service. And they're always available on Facebook, and if you're trying to sign up for something and you can't figure it out, just give us a call or email us, and we'll send you the link. Okay, we have a new year 2 class, accredited course coming up in the end of this month. It starts April 26th, and ministerial intern and board president and practitioner Angie Gann will be leading this. So it is spiritual economics. We have, I think, 3 copies of the book here at the center. If you are going to be taking that and you want to purchase it today, or if you want to let us know, we can get you a copy of that. You can pay online and we can leave it for you, or we can meet you somewhere. This is a great class. It is part of the academy, so it is an accredited course. It'll go for 6 weeks. We've set it up on a sliding scale, so you can pay, the normal price was $120, but we've got it as low as $90, and you can pay what you can afford. If for some reason you really want to take this class and you can't afford it, please let us know. We do have some scholarships with volunteer work. We don't want price to keep anyone from taking our classes or workshops, so just reach out if that is an issue. And Soul Quest is back. So Allison Tomei will be here, and this one also starts at the beginning of April, the 28th. She's going to do it on Wednesday nights here at the center from 5 to 7. It will probably be either in the gathering space, maybe outside on the patio, maybe a little both. It is fun, and it's deep work, and it's creative. You'll be working with paints, and there's visioning, and Allison's just amazing. So that is a great workshop. It's a fun workshop. Sign up for that, and you can also do it via Zoom if you're not here or that's not working out for you. She has been doing some of this during the pandemic via Zoom, and it's been wonderful. I know a lot of people have been painting at home, so however you decide to show up for that one, show up. You will not be sorry you did. And then we still have a workshop with Bob Sima and Shannon Plumer, who were our guest artist and speaker last month, and they were amazing. We moved this to May 7th at 6 p.m., so it's a Friday night. It's a 2-hour workshop, and they'll be doing it live. They're in Florida. So you'll be able to sign up for that and then join them for 2 hours on a Friday night. There's music, there's visioning, there's meditation, and there's some wonderful wisdom around the medicine wheel and activating that. So sign up for that. It's going to be a great event. Bob's music is just amazing. And then we've got some stuff for the health of your body temple. We still have Zumba at home going on with Angela every Saturday morning at 10. Angela was here for many years and has moved to Phoenix, and we're able to continue this even with her not here physically anymore. And we've got people really all over the world who join her on Saturday mornings, and they dance and they have a wonderful time. So sign up for that. It's $20 for the whole month, and that's 4 workouts, so that's a great price. And then we also have our membership, Qigong membership with Kelly Webb. So that's I think it's 3 a week that the sessions are virtual, and then there's a whole lot of other input and product that comes with that. So that's $65 for the whole month, and you get a whole lot with that. So please sign up for that. And then just a reminder to our Amani Circle of Light, we are meeting today at 1:30 via Zoom. So check your email. If you didn't get that link, just reach out to me, and I will see you guys then. And I think that's our last announcement. So now we'll just take a moment and bless the service. So just get comfortable in your chairs, put your feet flat on the ground so that you can ground in and get fully centered and present in this moment. Allow your eyes to close and receive a deep cleansing breath in. Feeling that cleansing air bring you fully present to this moment for your purpose for being here in this place with us right now. We know that there is only one presence, one power, one energy that runs in and as and through all things. It is a divine source, and it is here for each and every one of us. We are fully connected to it, and every place we are, this energy, this source is, and it is leading and guiding and supporting. It is resourcing our dreams and our purpose in life. Everything we need is right here within us. And we have only to turn and look to this source and say, yes, yes, and thank you. I am willing to receive this. I am willing to step into my purpose, and I'm ready. And I say yes. And so I know this service unfolds divinely. This guidance, this energy, this support is flowing through it easily, perfectly, right now. And I know that each and every person here in the space, on the patio, in your homes, wherever you are hearing this, watching this, you are right where you need to be. And I'm so grateful that you listened to that voice within you that said, this is where I need to be right now. I know that you will hear what you are meant to hear and feel what you're meant to be feeling. Your vibration will be raised, and you take it with you. And so that every person you contact and your families and your communities all across the world, we spread this higher vibration of joy and authenticity and connection and love and truth and just being into who we are. And in this way, we raise the vibration of the planet. I am so grateful for this center that we call Amani. I am grateful for the building that houses us, for our beautiful spaces indoors and out, for our lovely patio, for all of the people who show up every Sunday, during the week, on Zoom calls, in the space cleaning, in the space working the energy, leading classes, speaking on Sundays, bringing the sound, the technology, bringing the live stream, figuring out how to best still continue to serve our community during these very interesting times. To our band, to the beautiful music they bring, to our speakers and our practitioners, and to each and every one of you who brings your energy and your light and your open hearts. This is how it works. This is what Amani is. It is this community. And I am so grateful for each and every one of you. Whether you're watching from the space, or you're watching from home, or listening just on your phone, however you're doing it, I know it's just right, and I'm so grateful. Grateful to you, I'm grateful to Spirit, and I know it is all unfolding just how it's meant to. I release my word into the law. I know that as I speak my word, it is already done. It is already in manifestation. It is already unfolding just right, and I can just let it go. And so together we say, and so it is. All right, and now it's time for our affirmation, and our practitioner, Tammy Hartman, will come and do that. Thanks, Jeremy.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Tammy Hartman, and I'm one of the practitioners here at the Amani Center, part of Circle of Light. And we have an affirmation that comes to us from Reverend Pixie Dufour, and we will say it 3 times. The first time will be with enthusiasm and vigor and lots of excitement. The second time, you'll say it in a whisper, bringing into your heart. And the third time, please join me mentally. So if you wouldn't mind to please stand, whether in the space, outside, at home, get off the couch. Okay, here we go. I am now open and receptive to my good as I now plant the seeds of infinite possibilities. I am now open and receptive to my good as I now plant the seeds of infinite possibilities. I am now open and receptive to my good as I now plant the seeds of infinite possibilities. And so it is.
You are the heart, you are the hands, you are the voice of spirit on earth, and who you are and all you do is a blessing to the world. We are the heart, we are the hands, we are the voice of spirit on earth, and who we are and all we do is a blessing to the world. I am the heart, I am the hands, I am the voice of spirit on earth, and all I am and all I do is a blessing to the world. You are the heart, you are the hands, you are the voice of spirit on earth, and who you are and all you do is a blessing to the world. You're a blessing to the world. We're a blessing to the world.
Staying in this vibration of our wonderful house band ascension, invite you to close your eyes if you wish, or leave them open. Just sit comfortably wherever you're at. And just listen to the sound of my voice. Just relaxing from the week, knowing that you're loved and supported by the chair or the couch or the pillow that you're sitting on. Being guided to your innermost self, your truth. Just relaxing from the tip of your head, your face, down to your shoulders, your arms, your fingertips resting on your lap, palms up, spine straight, legs relaxed, feet firmly planted on the floor. And just imagine you're going into a store. It's called the Dream World. And in this store, you can pick whatever it is you want to bring into your life. Health, love, a relationship, healing. You look all around you and there's just shelves and bins and baskets and guides at every end of the aisle, guiding you to the next opportunity for growth, for change if you wish. Maybe you've already lost all the weight. Maybe you've already gotten your bank account to the amount that you want it to be. Maybe you've already healed from whatever ails you. Maybe you are whole, perfect, and complete already. There's nothing left to change. There's nothing left to heal, to pay off, to donate, to clear out. Everything is clear. You have a clean slate. Nothing in your past is creating an obstacle. And you get to choose what to fill your dream world with. What else could you add to your life that could be more loving and kind to yourself? Maybe it's a vacation. Maybe it's just an overnight stay on the beach. Maybe it's just a lunch with some friends you haven't seen in a while. This store of the dream world holds everything infinitely that you want to add in your life. Enjoy your meditation. And as you slowly walk up to the checkout line, full basket, all your dreams come true, I invite you to bring to mind someone that might benefit from a gift from your basket. A prayer, a healing thought, small donation, a meal, a phone call, a text, even a shout out to Facebook. Bring to mind someone, something, some community, some part of the world that you could share your gifts with. Mentally, emotionally, spiritually, whatever it is, knowing that they have received your gift, they are whole, perfect, and complete. They are healed. They are loved. They have everything that they need to help them along their journey, to guide them to their truth. You are a beacon of light that attracts whatever souls need healing, whatever souls need, you have it to give. We're so grateful to have this gift of opportunities to help, to heal, to grow, to laugh, to love. And I release this treatment into the law, knowing that if you seek it, you will find it. And so it is.
Time full of war, be peace. In a time full of doubt, just believe. Yeah, there ain't that much difference between you and me. In a time full of war, be peace.
When the world feels dark, be a light. When you do somebody wrong, make it right. When the world feels dark, be a light. La 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 la.
In a place that needs change, make a difference. In a time full of noise, just listen. 'Cause life is but a breeze, better live it. In a place that needs a change, make a difference.
When the world feels dark, be a light. When you do somebody wrong, make it right. Don't hide in the dark, and you were born to shine. When the world feels dark, be a light. La 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 la. La 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 la. La la la.
In a race you can't win, slow it down.
Yeah, you only get one go around.
'Cause the finish line is 6 feet in the ground.
In a race you can't win, just slow it down. When the world feels dark, be a light. When you do somebody wrong, make it right. Don't hide in the dark, and you were born to shine. When the world feels dark, be a light. La 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 la. La 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 la. it just say black and white? When the world feels dark, be a light.
Ascension back in the house. Woo! That was amazing, guys. Thank you. Okay, so now it is my great honor and pleasure to announce our speaker today. We have the wonderful Pixie DeFore, who is just a wonderful part of the heart of this center. She came in with this open, loving, authentic heart. She brought her amazing husband and his beautiful voice and music, and we have been so much better for them. So grateful, Reverend Pixie DeFore.
I am. There I go. Back to the audience again. Wow, we got faces out there. Thank you so much for being here this morning, everyone. This is great. You know, I really have to give it to the team. We went into this thing a year ago, and I knew when we came out of it, it wasn't going to be the same. But what a blessing in so many ways to so many people. I know there's been a lot of hardship and a lot of difficulties and a lot of challenges. But this place kept rolling. It wanted to be that place that you knew that you would be safe to come to, that you could catch that spiritual support. And there is a whole team that made that happen. Marcy and the practitioners and the Circle of Light, the ministers, and God bless Ascension. They just kept that music coming. It just kept rolling. So I just want you to know that there was so much behind the scenes, and Steve even made us understand what it was we could do with Facebook Live and YouTube, and good Lord, there were so many things that we could do. So I just wanted to say, welcome back to the space. Just so nice that you're here today. So consider yourself in the God bubble. Anything that you came in with today that doesn't feel like God, that doesn't feel good, it doesn't feel like love, just mentally pick it up and put it on the outside of your bubble. And for the next 25 minutes or so, you can focus on you and spirit. We have been talking about the elements for the last couple of months. Last month was air, and this month is earth. So the earth, we kind of need it. Right? I mean, we need air to breathe. You know, we made that point. So, you know, when we get to earth, it's what grounds us. It's like if we don't have the earth, we can't plant anything. There's no foliage or fruits or vegetables. And if you can't plant anything and you don't have any of that, you don't have animals, and then you don't have people because there's no food. And if you don't have the earth, well, what do you think we're all standing on, right? So there isn't anything. And all four of the elements, I think we're doing 4 of the 5, the earth, the air, the fire, and the water. If you don't have the elements supporting each other, there is nothing. It's a perfect balance between all of them, and we need all of them together. So my talk today is tilling the spiritual soil. Yeah. If we want to grow in consciousness, we have to learn how to till our own soil. Well, what do I mean by that? What do I mean? Jesus talked about it in a parable. I think it was Matthew 13, 2 through something. I don't know. And he said this. He said, "Behold, the sower went out to sow. And he sowed some seeds, and they fell beside the road, and the birds came up and ate them." Well, you know what they did with them, right? So seeds fell upon the rocky places where they did not have much soil, and immediately they sprang up because there was no depth of soil. It was on the rock, right? And others, seeds, fell amongst the thorns, and they came up and they choked the seeds out. And others fell on the good soil and yielded a crop, some 100-fold, some 60, and some 30. So when we plant a garden, you can go outside, you want tomatoes or whatever it is that you want, certain conditions have to be met, right? You have to have certain conditions, and they're from external sources, from the light that's out here, from the water that's out here, from the earth, and from the soil. And if those conditions are not met, our seeds can't grow. So as humans, we have our own soil here within us, and our conditions are not necessarily meant from the outside. To make our garden grow, our conditions come from within. Our soul is our soil. Our soul, the creative law, the creative mind, the creative medium, the law, is also our soul. And we don't depend on those external sources. Our light inside doesn't come from the sun. It comes from inside. Inside. That's what helps our gardens that we plant inside to grow. No matter how thick or difficult things seem to be, if that cloud is shadowing inside that light, let me tell you, that light will never go away. Those clouds will dissipate at some point, but that light is yours, and nobody can take that away from you. No matter what they say to you, no matter how bad you feel about yourself, nobody else can have that. It's yours. It's what you are made of. Yeah. Scott Stoner, ironically, wrote an article about your spiritual root system. And what's true for plants and trees is actually kind of true about us. Deep root systems are needed in order to grow. Would you say so with our plants, the mighty oak trees? I had a story on that, but I'll save it for another day. Our roots keep us grounded. They keep us centered. When we root our hopes and our dreams and our desires in spirit, in God, in that which created us and we are a part of, then our hopes and our dreams will come about and last for a whole lot longer. It's rooted, it's strong, it's in spirit. Some of us have, and I know I have in the past, we've rooted ourselves in things like, I'm not good enough, others' expectations of us, fear or upset. Sometimes our hopes and dreams kind of turn into things that look like that. Those roots they're shallow and they are weak. And we spend our life in ego or some of those really shallow things. And then when we root our hopes and our dreams in those shallow things, they show up, but then they go again. They leave. We need to find a balance. And sometimes we need to find change. And where do we turn when we need to change? We don't turn to those outside sources. We turn to our source within. God has a way of whispering to us when we need to change something up, when something needs to look a little bit differently, and we keep holding on to this stuff over here, and God's over here saying, here I am, come here, turn around, look at me, and we keep holding on to this old junk. But if we need to change, we need to turn within ourselves and listen to that Father, Mother, God. It's up to us to remove all the thorns and the rubble, like that parable. We need to remove that stuff from our inner soil so that new things can begin to grow, hopes and dreams that are rooted in spirit. Bruce Lipton, Biology of Belief. Anybody know? Yeah, Bruce Lipton, yeah. Bruce Lipton and Greg Braden, they came to the Harris Center, what was it, like 2, 3, 4 years ago? Oh, it was amazing. Yeah, everybody get their book all nice and signed up? Yeah, we sure did. Yeah. Well, he says in that book, okay, so this was really weird. I tried to do it both ways, and then I had to do it together, and none of it sounded really good. So he said what I'm about ready to read, and then I'm going to add onto it something that Dr. Candace Pert, who wrote The Molecules of Emotion. Anybody? Yeah, well, if you haven't, take a look at it. So anyway, she wrote that book. She said something that added on to it. So I'm going to give them credit, and then I'm going to read the whole thing through. All right, you ready? Yes. I can depend on Tracy back there. She's like, yeah, do it, sister. Okay. All right, so Bruce Lipton said that our genetics do not determine our mental, emotional, or physical outcomes. Rather, it is the environment that the cell is in which dictates its health and growth. And this environment is created by the activity of our mind, which causes a cascade of electrical impulses and chemical messengers that speak to our cells, making them turn various functions on and off. Wow! What does that mean? Oh my gosh. So all you people that are autoimmune stuff, different kinds of cancers and things, this is telling us that our consciousness has a lot of control. Studies are being done now on the mind-body connection that are showing us that our consciousness, not just our genetics, are creating our outcomes. What if you knew that to be true, 100%? What if you were sick, you were ill, people were telling you crap you didn't want to hear? What if you knew that your consciousness was the cause? Maybe some genetics. What would you do? Would you immediately turn to spirit? Would you immediately try to change the stuff that's going on in your mind? Would you immediately try to expand your consciousness to change the effects of what's happening in the body? I don't know about you, but I would. Yeah. So how many of us each day open our arms to spirit and say, I am now willing to accept my good. I am now willing to accept my good. I do see a couple of hands out there. I like that. Catherine's got it going on. Yeah. It's true. Try it. You know, the universe cannot reach us if we're closed down, if we're shut down. Open up to the universe and say, I am willing to create and accept my good. And watch the things begin to develop in your life. The law is that place in God which is a blind force. And it says yes. It will say yes. Beware. It mirrors back to us whatever we feel. Or it will bounce back off of that dominant thought we were talking about last time. Okay, think back again. What was your dominant thought this last week? Was it worry? Was it fear? Was it happiness, joy, great expectation? Yeah, it will bounce off of that dominant thought. And it'll say, yeah, sure. Oh, you're feeling love? Oh, you love that person so much. It'll say, here you go. I give you more things to love that person for. Are you feeling bitter? Bitter. I don't know. Bitter. I haven't used that word up here before. It'll say, here you go. You have more things to feel bitter about. Yeah, that's the way that one works. So if our soil is hardened and it has no nutrients, our spiritual soil, that place that is the law, that always says yes, if it is hardened, if it is rocky, if it is thorny, there is no way for a seed to survive in it, let alone penetrate it. It can't live. So John and I, we were planting pumpkins last year. Well, we've done it for the last 10 years. I love pumpkins. There's just something about it. I know you too, Tammy. So we went out, we bought about 20 pumpkins. We got a real steep stairway in front of our house, and we put them out there. And so at the end of the year, I took all these pumpkins. Instead of throwing them away, I put them in the back area that we were going to use for planting. And I just tossed them all out there. And a few months later, my sister-in-law came over and she said, hey, Pixie, look, you got pumpkins. Oh my gosh, there were pumpkins growing out there. I was so excited. And so we got lots and lots of pumpkins from that. And sure enough, I'd take them the next year and I'd toss them out there, the same place they were before. But I didn't till the soil. I didn't add nutrients. I didn't rotate nothing. I just threw them out there. And pretty soon, last year, I get all these, maybe some of you guys saw on Facebook, I get all these little sprouts that are growing out there. Yeah, tons of them. So I go out to thin them, much to my dismay, but I went to thin them. And their roots were not deep. They were very shallow. And they came out very easily. And from that crop, we got one pumpkin. We got one pumpkin. That was all we had. We have to prepare our own spiritual soil the same way. We opened a bag of soil, and in that soil was this little black worm, and it was kind of like a tape-looking thing, and it had a triangle head on it. And we looked it up, and this thing was a parasite. And if you let that thing go into your garden, then it will annihilate the worms that you have there that are creating the air, and everything that you need to have a beautiful garden. It will kill them off. That's like that's like our thoughts are. When we have these beautiful thoughts and ideas that are in our heart and are in our garden, and then we get that one nasty thought, and that one nasty thought gets in there and it starts to destroy all of the beautiful things that you've created, unless we neutralize it. That's not an easy thing to do. It's work. It's work. And while you're in there, you're digging that stuff up, getting out all of those old ideas, those old thoughts, those things where you've actually condemned yourself for something that happened 1,000,000 years ago and you haven't let go of it yet. We did a lot of that work in You Can Heal Your Life class, and it was pretty interesting at some of the things that came up. But let me tell you something about forgiveness. When we start looking to God for forgiveness, we're looking to the wrong place. We're looking to the wrong place. God is never, ever, ever going to forgive you. And do you know why? Because God is never, ever, ever going to condemn you. Ever. Who needs to forgive who? We need to forgive us. It's our life. God will support us in whatever it is we want to do. The law will support us in whatever we want to think into it. So the law of mind, which is also the soul, the subconscious, or the subjective mind, keep in mind that this place in you holds everything that you've ever said, everything you've ever done, every action you've ever made. It holds everything about you. So when we go in and we start to dig stuff up, we need to make sure that we let it go. And this is where our forgiveness comes in. Love, joy, and happiness creates that beautiful environment inside of us. Those are great thoughts to have. Fear, anger, upset, those are like those really nasty little worms that get in there and they kill everything up. What do you believe to be true for you? What do you believe is the truth for you? What do you want? Where do you want to go? How do you want to feel? We prepare that beautiful soil, the law of mind, the creative medium, by doing our spiritual work. It's work, but that's what we're here for on planet classroom Earth, to do the work. It's not always fun, but it can be. How are you looking at it? How are you perceiving it? Yeah. So there's no garden without the weeds. You know that. You go out, you weed it, and you got to come back next week or next month, and you got to take out all those weeds. It's the same thing that goes on inside of us with the law of mind, with our garden. If we want to plant tulips, and we have this beautiful tulip, see the thought, the idea is the seed, and the law of mind is the soil. So if we want to plant that stuff, we get to do that, but we always have to weed it out. There's never going to be a time where you go in there and you plant the stuff and you just walk away from it, know it's going to be good. Because I'm going to say most of us, some of us may not want to admit it, but we have those ideas that are not always great ideas and they don't always support us. And sometimes they don't support someone else either. We have those ideas and we have to pull them out. We have to weed them. We have to clean our garden. We have to get rid of the rocks and the thorns and the stuff that choke out the good stuff. So we always have to go back, and that's by doing our inner work. Sometimes it's meditation, sometimes it's prayer, sometimes it's both times, sometimes it's driving down the road with the windows up and the rock and roll music blasting out, and you're just feeling all the icky stuff going out left and right. Some of us do it that way. I've done it. But whatever it is, you got to do your spiritual work, and you've got to come back feeling good and feeling good about it. One of my first teachers, Reverend Bob Bailey, he used to say that you got to do your work. You got to do your spiritual work. I think I was in year 4 of metaphysics. And he says, if you stop doing your work and you've prayed for all this stuff, and all this stuff shows up, and you're feeling really good about life, and then you say, oh, life is feeling really good now. I don't need to pray anymore. I don't need to meditate anymore. It all goes away. So this is about a transformation that you make within your consciousness. This is about an expansion of consciousness that we get through prayer, through treatment, through meditation. It doesn't matter anymore about the disease, like we talked about before. The disease makes you turn to prayer, right? So you're doing all this work and you're expanding and expanding, and that's getting smaller and smaller. So now you're in this beautiful consciousness that you've created. But then when you stop, it just diminishes. And I've experienced that before. So do your work. None of us are saints, and there's always going to be stones and weeds that we're going to have to pull up. Some of us literally like to sit in the dirt. We were talking the other day, John and I, about we were getting ready to make a garden, and I was out there in the mud, in the dirt, pulling weeds, and it felt good to be in that, to be in the earth. It's very healing. Our trees, our birds, our nature, it is so healing to be in it. As you give, so do you receive. It doesn't matter which side of the tracks you were born on, what kind of childhood you had, what current challenges you're suffering through, what race, color, creed, or age that you are. When you create the right inner conditions, your life will simply begin to flow. So repeat after me. I am now open and receptive to my good. As I now plant the seeds of my desires, I know with all my mind and all my heart that it is already done. That's right. Know your soul and know your spirit. That's right. So I'm going to go ahead and let's take this into prayer. I have a prayer by Dr. Stuart Grayson, religious science minister, that I absolutely love his prayers. So I invite you to turn within to that place of the Most High. Accepting this place that speaks to you in that still small voice. Relaxing into it, and I invite you to accept these words for yourself, spoken in the first person, if you find that they ring true for you. There is only one power, one presence, one mind, one God, infinite and eternal, and that mind is my mind now. I am an individualized center of this great universal mind principle. God is the essence of all that is. I am that essence made manifest. I have within me all the attributes of God, and as such, I am never alone, afraid,